Listen up. If you hold crypto in a self-custody wallet, your right to hold your own keys could be about to get outlawed. Seriously. We all thought the Clarity Act was the bullish news we were waiting for, but it's looking more and more like a trap designed to completely strip away your financial freedom.
And here's the twist. This isn't just some theory. Mark Cuban just sounded the alarm with a massive warning. He's basically confirming the worst-case scenario, that this bill was never about clarity. No, it's about forcing you and your crypto onto centralized exchanges where it can be frozen and seized whenever they want.
And this is how they're planning to do it. It's a simple, brutal, 3-step kill switch for self-custody. Step 1, they declare your wallet non-compliant. Step 2, you're forced, herded like cattle, onto a centralized exchange. And step 3, boom, your assets are now under their thumb, ready to be locked down or taken. Make no mistake, this isn't some accident or a flaw in the bill. This is the bill. So stick with me, because by the end of this breakdown, you're going to understand exactly who is behind this, what their real agenda is, and spoiler, it's all about the US dollar, and the critical deadline that is right around the corner.
So let's get into it. This so-called black hat agenda. You've got to ask yourself, right? Why would a supposedly pro-crypto president champion a bill that absolutely guts the rights of everyday investors? Well, the answer has nothing, and I mean nothing, to do with crypto adoption. The real goal here isn't to help you. It's to preserve US dollar hegemony. This is a massive geopolitical move against China's digital currency. And if sacrificing your right to hold your own keys is what it takes for them to win, well, that's a price they seem more than willing to pay for their reset.
And don't think for a second this came out of nowhere. Oh no, the groundwork has already been laid. Remember the Genius Act? That's the bill that basically crowned Tether and USDC as the state-approved stablecoins, but it came at a huge cost. It created the legal backdoor for the government to seize assets right at the protocol level. They've already done it. The precedent is there. The tech is in place. This is the next logical step for them.
Okay, get this. 278 pages. That's the length of the Senate bill. Does that sound like clarity to you? No way. It's a smokescreen. A document that long is designed to do one thing: hide all the nasty little amendments buried inside. So who actually benefits from all this complexity? Well, take a look. It's the same old story. The big banks, Tether and USDC, Cantor Fitzgerald, all the centralized power players. This is a classic power grab, plain and simple, and it's designed to squeeze you right out of the picture. All right, now let's talk about the money. Because this isn't just about control, it's a full-on war on your yield. The banks are coming after your returns. I mean, this chart tells the whole story, doesn't it? They're offering a measly 0.1% in a savings account, while you can get 3% in DeFi. They are absolutely terrified. They know they can't compete on a level playing field, so what do? They try to legislate their competition out of existence. And this isn't just speculation. We have confirmation. An insider, Scott Bessent, said the banks literally went to the White House and refused to compromise on anything. They are completely united against companies like Coinbase, anyone fighting to get you a better yield. Their goal is crystal clear: kill your 3% return so they can keep you locked into their 0.1% accounts. So what do you think? Is this a coordinated attack by the banks? I've put a poll up on our community tab. Go vote right now and let me know what you think. So with all these heavy hitters lined up against you, you have to wonder who's actually in our corner. Who's fighting for the little guy? You might think the opposition party would be, but the truth is a lot more complicated. And before we get into why their fight isn't really your fight, I need to be direct. Make sure you are subscribed to Crypto Global News. Seriously, if you're watching this without a subscription, you are missing the most critical alerts. You're flying blind while this Trojan horse is being wheeled into Wa. Click subscribe right now and stay on the timeline. Okay, so let's talk about the political gridlock. Yes, the Democrats are blocking the bill, and on the surface, that sounds great, right? But it's not what you think. Their opposition has almost nothing to do with protecting your freedom. It's about political ethics, not your wallet. I mean, look at what they're focused on: stopping politicians from insider trading, adding ethics rules for themselves. All important stuff, I guess, but notice what's completely missing from their list: any mention of protecting your right to self-custody. It's not on their radar. This is pure political theater, not a real defense of your financial freedom.
So for all of our viewers in the United States, this is your fight. The ball is in your court. Now is the time to get loud. You need to contact your representatives and make it absolutely clear in no uncertain terms, self-custody is not negotiable, period. And you need to act fast because the clock is ticking. The countdown has officially begun. Despite all this political infighting, there's a hard deadline coming up that's meant to force this thing through. Our sources are saying there's going to be a huge push to get this bill signed by Memorial Day 2026. Why? Because the pressure is on to cut a deal before the midterms. And we all know what happens when politicians cut deals in back rooms. It's always the retail investor who gets left holding the bag. Look, to get these updates before anyone else, you've got to join my Telegram. The QR code is right there on the screen. Scan it now. The link is also down in the description. That's where I drop all the intel first, so you'll be ahead of the curve.
So when you boil it all down, this is what it comes to. This is the final trade-off they're offering you. Sure, you might get a nice little short-term price pump if this thing passes. But in exchange, you will lose the entire war for financial freedom. They want you to trade your sovereignty for a quick buck. Think about that. But listen, this fight is not over yet. There is one key politician, one person working behind the scenes right now fighting to add self-custody protections back into this bill. They might just be our last line of defense. The big question is, who is it? I'll be revealing that critical piece of intel in our very next breakdown, so you're not going to want to miss it. For now, you need to understand how we got here. Click the card on your screen right now to watch our analysis of the Genius Act. It's the bill that paved the way for this entire fight.
Stay ahead in the crypto market. Subscribe now for the latest global news and updates.